Good morning, comrades. In the Bible, it says, the love of money is the root of all evil. All evil, not just some evil, but all evil. It doesn't say money per se, it says the love of money. Now, there's nothing wrong with money if it's used in the right way. In our future spiritual socialist society that we shall build, we'll still have money for a while at least. Eventually, we'll come to the point where we will not need it anymore because we'll have other means of exchange that will be much more spiritual and far-reaching. But anyway, the bottom line is that capitalism is a system whereby the love of money seems to be the major motivating factor. Items, services that are produced solely for the profit motive. Just like the armaments industry, the military-industrial complex, it brings wealth to the military establishment. They don't care how many people they kill, as long as they get rich. Same thing with the pharmaceutical complex. Doctors, drug companies, they all get rich off of sickness. You know, now, and they say that in old ancient China, you would pay the doctor while you were well and stop paying him while you were sick. Now, this gave the doctor a motivation to keep you well. Now, the motivation is to make people sick because there's huge profits involved in keeping people sick, suppressing natural healing therapies, and making people run to the doctors, whenever they have some problem, that most of these problems could be solved through natural means, through exercise, through diet, through meditation, positive thinking, all these type of things. So in our future spiritual socialist society, it will not be a society based on greed, but on sharing, on the common good. The people's needs will come important. Now, as far as competition is concerned, we do have a lot of competition, and that's not entirely a bad thing. I would like to see a more cooperative society. But people should do their best. This is not going to be a society of freeloaders, of lazy people. It's not going to be a welfare state. Everyone who is capable of working will work, but there will be just wages. There will be benefits, education, free health care, all this type of thing. But as we get into the new Aquarian age and the vibrations of the planet increase as they are now, the entire human species will become more and more spiritual. Now, almost all the children born are indigo children. In China now, most of the children are very psychic, highly psychic. So we see that advanced souls are coming into the world now in preparation for this new golden age that has already started. It started on December 21st, 2012. And the vibratory level of planet Earth is increasing, in spite of all the seeming negative factors, Trump's wars and the Pentagon aggression against Russia, China, Iran, all these type of things, North Korea. These are not warlike nations. The United States and Israel are the only really warlike nations in the world. They are the nations that are keeping the world in turmoil. Most of these so-called terrorist attacks are false flag operations, i.e. the 9/11 World Trade Center, Mossad, CIA, they did that. The ISIS was the creation of the Mossad, CIA, all these things. Islam, there is a radical, but most of the Islamic peoples are peaceful. But I'm not a fan of monotheism, okay, because it doesn't have the female principle. In the ancient pagan religions of Rome and Greece, they had the female principle. They had the god and the goddess. And even now in the Hindu religion, you have your gods and goddesses, which makes more sense. Now, the Aquarian age is going to be an age of balance. It's not going to be an age of religion per se, but spirituality. Because in the Aquarian age, science and spirituality will merge into a new synthesis, okay? This is what is going to be in store for us in the new age. Religions will basically kind of pass away because they're based on dogma. That's all Piscean age, the age of the emotions. The age of Aquarius is the age of the mind, the age of balance between the male energy and the female energy, the Shiva and the Shakti. You need both the male and the female. The Piscean age has been too patriarchal, And that's the problem I have with the Abrahamic religions. They're all patriarchal. The Islam, the Judaism, the Christian, they all posit a totally male God without the goddess. You have to have the goddess if you have the God. So we have a lot to look forward to, comrades, as we move into this new bright golden age of Aquarius. So there's nothing to really worry about. I think Roosevelt said we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Of course, I didn't like that guy anyway. He's one of the guys that started World War II. But be that as it may, even people who aren't too smart say some intelligent things. Good day, comrades.